Hey, what's up my peoples? I'm back again with another review, and tonight we're going to be taking a look at the MAFEX Suicide Squad Joker. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we're going to take a quick look at the packaging, so we'll just move him off to the side real quick. And right up front here, you just have a big green background. There's Joker screaming his head off right there. The Joker, action figure, MAFEX. He's number 32 in the line. Medicom toy. On the top, Suicide Squad, DC. On this side, Suicide Squad, Joker, and then stuff and things over here as well. And on the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots. He can do this, he can do that, he can do the other. You got two alternate faces and a bunch of other stuff, and that's basically it for the packaging. And there's also some stuff like warning. There are some annoying parts of this figure, and we'll talk about that as we go on. And that's basically it for the packaging. And included in the packaging with the figure, and I did use this for my K2SO when I was playing with him earlier, so bear with me as I try to straighten this out. But, he does come with a MAFEX stand, which is really, really cool. It swivels here. It hinges here, here, and here, and then it swivels here, and then the clamp opens and closes, so you have this. And that's, well, he does have other accessories, but we'll get to those in a moment. So moving right along, here we have Joker, and he is really, really cool. I do like him. I do wish that he came with another set of arms, but we'll talk about that in a moment. But first, let's get in close here on that head sculpt. And let me bring some light down so that you can see it a little better. Very nice head sculpt. It is a little soft on the details, but it still looks like Jared Leto. So, you got the damage tattoo on his forehead, you got the star, you got the J. I think the J is actually supposed to be a little higher, but I don't remember. But anyway, you got some scars and scratches. You got the red lipstick. You got the green paint for the hair with what looks to be a black wash, which looks really, really nice. So it looks really good. And the this is one of the annoying parts. I'll just take his arms off so you could. Yeah, they're just on ball joints, but let me take his arms off because right here is, and I did get some paint rub because I did play with this, but you know, it's nothing like a little bit of well, let me see. I think you can just take it, and yeah, you can take a wet washcloth and rub it off, but for the front, you gotta watch out for the tattoos. As you can see, there's a little rub right there, but I do try not to rub the coat on him, but anyway. But yeah, you can see he has awesome tattoos, which unfortunately, he doesn't come with bare arms. Like, I wish you could swap these out with bare arms. I mean, you can still give him arms and have the shirtless look, but it looks really weird with purple sleeved arms and just this. So MAFEX, you included a oh, by the way, this also likes to pop off, so just keep that in mind. But MAFEX, please, 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 please give us bare arms. We need bare arms. But as you can see, you know, you got the ha 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 kind of tattoo right there. You got Joker, the smile on his stomach. You got the kind of skull jester, and the cards right there. But yeah, this guy's very, very cool. So we'll just, oh, real quick before we put his coat back on, we'll take a look at his pants. They're just, kind of a bluish, a navy bluish kind of color. Maybe it's a different type of blue, I don't know, but as you can see, it says Arkham. And he has no shoes on, so there you have that. And, we'll just put his coat back on and put him back together because he loves to fall apart. He loves to fall apart. Although, I will say, MAFEX's, quality control has gotten a lot better, because, let's face it, the C-3PO from their Star Wars line is complete crap. I mean, that that thing falls apart. I'm glad I never picked that thing up, because, God, that thing fell apart. But anyway, taking a look at the jacket, it's very nicely sculpted. I do like the sculpting work on the jacket. And, yeah, it's done in metallic purple with some black on the inside. We pop this arm out. As you can see, some black. That's where the paint rub kind of comes in, but yeah, now, as far as his articulation goes, he has a double ball he's got a, double ball jointed head, which alone goes up that far, not too far, and he kind of gets hindered by the collar, but he can look down pretty good. And then he has a ball jointed neck, so he can move down that far with both joints and up that far, and the head does pop off. We'll get to that in a moment. And then he has ball and socket jointed shoulders that go out to a ball hinge, so you can get the shoulders, if you don't pop the joint out. Sorry, my nose is itchy. I was outside, and I'm kind of feeling like this because there were ants everywhere, and hold on. Sorry about that, my mom came in, and let's just say I'm even more in this kind of a mood now, but anyway, it's not her fault, it's just, today's not my day. But he can go out to about that far, and he can shift his arms up and down, which is pretty cool. And he doesn't have a bicep swivel, but you can swivel it at the shoulder. You know what, we're just gonna use the other arm, because this arm's being a pain, and I'm not in the mood. So, he can swivel at the shoulder, right there, and actually I do have a little bit of green right there, but it's not too big of a deal, so I'm not complaining. But he has a swivel right there. He has double jointed elbows, which go up to there. Not bad. Not bad. He does have these kind of ball hinged wrist pegs, so he can go out that far, in that far, and then you can manipulate it around to go down that far, up that far, like that. So, depending on how you want it. Me personally, I like to have his hands hinge in and out, but that's just because of the wrist pegs design, which we'll get to in a moment. And I'll take the coat off for this because I don't want to get too much of the extra paint rub. But ripping him apart again, which is totally appropriate because I based my original character Starpool off of me, and he hates Joker, so technically I'm ripping him apart. I don't know, but he does have a double ball joint in the torso, so you can get around pretty good. And then he's got a ball joint right here, and then he does have these drop down joints, which without them you can get up to there, but with the drop down you can get up even more. So there you have that. And he has a single jointed knee, which goes up to about there, which, you know, it isn't bad. And then his ankles can swivel, move up that much, move down that much, and you get some ankle tilt and a toe hinge. So there you go. And I think we'll go through the accessories and features. Well, more accessories, but yeah, we'll get into that real quick, and then we'll get into some comparisons. So we'll just put him back together, like so. And as far as accessories goes, oh, by the way, he has some nice paint apps on his hands. Like, he has these tattoos on his knuckles, and then he has the crazy smiling face or mouth on this hand. So, and the same tattoos apply. Like, these tattoos are on all his right hands, and this tattoo is on all of his left hands, which is really cool. I do like that consistency. That's really, really nice. But speaking of hands, let's set him off to the side so that I can take a look, or so that I can give you a look, excuse me, at his hands. So he comes with 2 trigger finger hands, so you can have him holding, I don't know, his pistol or an E11 or whatever you want as far as guns go. And just to demonstrate how he can hold an E11, let me just wedge one out of my Scarif Stormtrooper's hands. See, there you go. He can hold the E11 just fine. So it is a bit of a loose grip, but he can still hold it nonetheless. And because I had to answer my mom because she was knocking on the door and stuff fell off for Harley, because I'm going to be doing her review next. Here he is holding, excuse me, the A180, which the only real stable part is the finger and the trigger guard, and that's basically it. Otherwise, it's just kind of floppy. So there you have that, and I'll explain why this is with Harley in her review. But yeah, he has 2 of these trigger finger hands, so there you go. There are those. He has a couple of relaxed hands, which all the hands are nicely sculpted. You know, you got the fingernails and the wrinkles to the knuckles and stuff like that. So, oh crap! If I don't drop them, as you can see there. So yeah, very nice. And he has a pair of cane holding hands, so he can hold his cane, which I will show after I show you the hands. So there we go. And he has these hands, which I have no idea what these are for. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I showed you... Okay. Yeah, these are the relaxed hands. I showed you the weird cane holding, or not cane holding, but the weird left hand with the right relaxed hand. But I mean, they're so similar, but still, you know. And speaking of canes, I mean, cane holding hands, here's his cane, which is a little bendy at the bottom, so do be careful. I mean, well, I don't think you'll break it, but just in case, be careful. But you got some silver and black at the bottom, some black at that ring, and you got some gold on both sides here. And it's painted in like a metallic purple, kind of a magenta color. And here's his pistol, which is really nicely detailed. I do like this a lot. Got the gesture painted in gold. Got all these rivets and the trigger and stuff like that painted in gold. Although this silver bit is a little sloppy, but well, it's not too bad. But you know, the silver could have used a second coat. But there you have that. And just so you know, it can go into the gun-holding hands very snugly, so there you have that. And he comes with a screaming head sculpt, which is really cool. This kind of creeps me out, so I don't really display him with this, but you know, it's still really nice. You can see the grills a little, or a little better because that one's mouth is closed, but you can see the grills, the tongue, the inside of his mouth. Same tattoos, same scars. Got the eyes, and then the green hair with the black wash. And, yeah, and you can pop his head off and pop this other one on, and you actually get a little more range of movement, a little more upward movement with this head. Not a lot, but a little. You can shift this forward, and let me do this off camera, actually. And, you can... Oh, I know the hands are for that are similar to the relaxed hands. They're for the kind of screaming your head off pose. So, and you know what? I'll demonstrate this. The wrist pegs, you gotta be careful with them right out of the box. I mean, after a while, it's fine, especially with the fists, because he comes packaged with the fists on his hands, or on his wrists. That didn't make any sense at first, but with the other hands, you do have to be careful because the connection is not a mushroom peg, thank God, but you do have to kind of look at the hole in the peg and kind of, you know, wedge it in, and you just have to be careful. So, and now we can, without popping the arms out, I may have to pause the recording and do it. But basically, you could get them into that kind of screaming your head off pose, that crazy screaming pose. But it is very tricky because not only do the arms like to pop off, especially the right arm, but it's just really fiddly. It's doable, but it's fiddly. So, because it's fiddly, I do not recommend playing the fiddle. No, I'm just messing around. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on this because I'm already a little over 18 minutes in, and I'm trying to do these videos as quick as possible. But maybe. And I'm trying not to break him too, because, you know what, we'll put him into a different pose. I mean, you don't have to put him in the promotional picture poses. You can put him in any kind of pose you want, but you know, it's you have options basically for how you want to pose him. Let's pose him with his gun. And sometimes the pegs are a little offset, so you will have to be a little, you know what, I'll pop this arm off, screw it. You will have to be a little careful. I mean, once you've got it on there, it's not gonna fall off and stuff, so you just be careful when you get him out of the box, but after you play with him and you know, pose him is what I mean, and that kind of thing, then you shouldn't really have a problem. So, but let's, you know what, let's have him holding his cane in this hand. So So there we go. And here is... Nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. There we go. And... No, put it in this way. There we go. So, yeah. There he is with his pistol and his cane, which look very, very cool. If I can stand him. Sometimes he is a bit hard to stand because of his feet. But let me get Harley situated because she did fall off my dresser. Because my godforsaken Tourette's, and it's complicated, but nothing to it. Just, you know, give her her badge and stuff. Okay. Alright. So, I know I probably could have paused the video, but I didn't want to risk losing it, and I don't know how to edit, so I think I'm gonna have to learn or something, because I hear editing makes life a little easier. But here he is with his girlfriend Harley, and yeah, they look good together, and I hope you people know that this couple is abusive. If you don't, then you're clearly either a new fan or a fake fan. So, and if you're a fake fan, then you need to get out of the fandom. If you're a new fan, then ask for, you know, just if you're a new fan to Suicide, not necessarily to Suicide Squad, but to DC, then ask for help. You know, say, hey, how can I learn more about these characters? Or what other source materials are they in? Or, you know, whatever. So, there you go. But, there you go. And Harley will be next. And, hold on, I will be right back. I do want to get a couple of different comparisons. So, I'll be right back. And we're back. I actually did pause the camera, but I actually ran through the house. So... But, just for, I mean, there's your DC comparison. So, there you have them. And for giggles, here he is with the Stormtrooper mold, the Shock Trooper. So, there you have that. And, again, for giggles, for laughs. And, you know, just because, here he is with Lord Vader. So there you have that. Vader actually is taller than Joker, which is really cool. So if you love crossovers and you want to cross over Star Wars and DC, hey, you can. So hooray for that. But, you know what, here's one more, little, kind of comparison, or kind of a comparison. Here he is with K2SO, and yes, he does have the E11 that came with, the 40th anniversary Princess Leia, so, there you go. So, all in all, I mean, if you're a DC fan, if you're a fan of this Joker design, then I highly recommend it. If you're not a fan of the Joker design and you hate MAFEX and that kind of thing, then I guess this could be a pass. But, I mean, this could even work as your comic book Joker, I guess. So, I mean, it is a good figure. I mean, not without its flaws, but it definitely looks good on the shelf. So there you go. So there is the Suicide Squad MAFEX Joker, and I think after that I will be doing Harley from SH Figure Arts, and then I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Black Series K2 since he's in here or something. I don't know, but yeah. There you go. See you in the next. Sorry, my tongue stopped working. See you in the next video.